So tell us about the
first,
legislation Tuesday, that was passed unanimously by the city council that sort of changes the way people will be billed for their water.
So we are now calculating an increase that will round up. And I think that's the thing that's got people a little bit
freaked out.
But what's going to happen is the software is not able to bill a 0.5 thousand gallon increment. The calculation is going to round up. And this is changing in Chapter 94 of our ordinances, our Code of Ordinances, for average water, let's say, consumption.
So how much on average will this round up? A little bitty bit or a...
I can't give you an exact on that. I think the person that can tell you the most about the water stuff is going to be the water director.
Okay.
If
I go to the gas pump and I buy $7.50 worth of gas, it's not going to round up to $8. I understand the software is capable of billing me accurately.
You're not dealing in the thousands of gallons of gas when you're dealing with gas. You're putting like 11 gallons, 20 gallons. You're not going into the thousands of gallons when you're measuring that when you pay for it. That's part of the thing. Mm-hmm. And that's as much as I'm going to say about that. Because then that's getting the math. And with a dance degree, you count to 8 and 16 and then you stop.
You are as fiscally responsible, I have no hesitation in saying, you are as people-oriented and fiscally responsible as anybody on that council. But what people are saying is city, it's a money grab. They just want more cash. I'm sure you've gotten that a couple times.
Listen, I get that we are really frustrated with the way the city has been operating. I know that we've got issues across the board. Y'all talked a lot about that $1.4 million from 2019. We do have some issues that need to get worked out, and there are times when we should always be counting down to the last walnut, absolutely. But across the board, it's not always that people are like going out of their way to be sinister and take all of the city's money. When those things are investigated, people do get fired. So at the top, like the upper echelons of our government, you don't have people looking to take money from the taxpayers and put it in their pocket to go out and, like, I don't know, buy Lizzo a new dress or something.
When we had Jerry Harper here just a little bit ago, I said to him, has the city basically codified the very same thing that they got sued for? And he said, yes. Is that incorrect?
I'm not comfortable answering that question. I literally talked to our city attorney about like what I should and shouldn't even dig into. And she's like, just, with litigation going, I want to be as responsible as I can about not getting us into any more traps.
Okay, let's talk about my water bill, because you gave me a Christmas present. You gave me a Christmas present of an increased bill, right? Thank you.
LeVette giveth and LeVette taketh away. Yes, this is a scheduled increase. And the sewer rate schedule it's an increase of about like 6% per year. And this is how we pay back our consent decree costs. And when there's going to go up on the water, and there's a few times when they're going to decrease on sewer. And this is an increase for 2020, and there will be going up again in 2021 and again in 2022.
Did I see a piece on Channel 3 that showed bills for Shreveport residents are going up, but if you lived outside the city, the bill's going down a smidge?
Yes, that
is so ridiculous to me that I think, what were y'all smoking?
Look, I was not smoking anything. Also, a lot of these things were scheduled, and this was drafted before any of us were elected. There's a piece of paper that went out to everyone with the schedule of increases a long time ago. And what I'm thankful for, I looked for it on the city website and I couldn't find it, but it's a PDF. If you go to that KTBS, I'm sorry to plug another station while I'm on your station.
That's okay.
But on that, they have a link that goes to that PDF to show you the rate.
Ms. LeVette, let me be on your side for a second. I don't think, and correct me if
I see what you did there.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think a lot of people in Shreveport specifically understand the degree to which the consent decree, the federal government mandate to rebuild our sewer system, is going to affect their water bills. Is that fair?
I feel a little dumb that I disagree with Aaron because it's not true. Outside the city, it's higher than inside the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at it right now. That's the last time I'm going to let you do that to me, Aaron. We weren't smoking anything. It's higher,
Well,
like per 1,000 rate. It's going to be up for each tier. It's higher outside the city per 1,000 gallons than it is inside the city. Yeah.
Well, they pay more if they live outside the city. They pay a lot more than I pay for the water. I get that. But it looked like the KTBS report actually showed their bill was going to go down just a little. And I wondered about that.
Because of the sewer decreases. But literally, I'm looking at this fact sheet right now, and it doesn't look like that.
Okay. Well, then perhaps they got it wrong. I'm not sure. But I thought that just seemed illogical to me. It would reward me to now I know they pay more if they live outside the city limits, but are we going to see increases year after year? Is this going to keep coming?
It is, and what might soften the blow a little is when it starts to decrease for sewer, even though it stays up for water.
Okay. When do I get my check
back?
Like it's
going to drop next year.
When am I going to get my check back from the lawsuit?
It's almost like you ask questions just so it's like we're playing like a game of whack-a-mole when you know I'm not going to answer
it. Did I get you? Did I hit you?
She didn't answer. Miss LeVette, we appreciate your time and candor as always. I'm sure we'll talk again before Christmas. Thank you so much as always.